Hi, welcome to another episode from Air Pro Academy. This is Ganesh Kumar. In the last episode, we discussed about different methodologies of sale. So today we will continue talking about the sales, a professional salesman. What is the image of a salesman? Okay, let's see. When you talk about a salesman, what kind of an image comes to your mind? I remember during my younger days, we were really impressed when we see a medical rep. It was very easy to understand and look. And if you see a medical rep, it was very clearly we can understand that he's a medical rep. The way he's dressed up with a tie, neatly turned out, well groomed, and of course the bag which he used to carry. Today things have changed. Even in automotive dealerships, people are wearing uniform, but since the entire dealership is wearing a uniform, sometimes it may not be possible to make out who's the salesperson unless they are wearing some kind of an identity or a badge indicating sales consultant, sales executive, sales manager, so on and so forth. So let's see what is the image of a salesman, how he should behave. Now, it is believed that a good talker is a salesperson, is a good salesperson. The guy who talks non-stop. I have seen sales consultants rattling off the features without even looking into the eyes or without even making an eye contact. They just rattle off the features to the customer and they expect to close a deal. Some people I have even seen begging, "Sir, I have not met my target this month, I will not get my salary, I will not get my incentive, so please buy from me." These are not the qualities of a professional salesman. So let me take a biblical view of sales, or how a sale has made us humans. You must have definitely read the story of Adam and Eve. They were happily living in heaven, and God had forbidden not to eat that particular apple, and they lived, both of them, Adam and Eve, lived happily. But then comes the Satan, guised as the serpent. The serpent first, he thought it will be easy to persuade a woman, so he goes to Eve and he tries to persuade her to eat or take a bite of the apple. She says no, it has been forbidden by the God. And that was the first objection for the serpent to handle. So the serpent said, "You know why God has forbidden to eat that apple? Because if you eat that apple, that is the apple of knowledge, you will be at par with the God. And you will have all the privileges, everything the God has. And the God does not want you to become a competition for Him." So she fell for the serpent and took a bite. After she took a bite, it was easy for her to persuade Adam also to take a bite of that apple. And then the rest everybody knows what happened. So the serpent was the first salesperson who has probably been successful in handling an objection and then persuading a customer. So now let's see what are the qualities that a salesperson should have. There are broadly 3 categories of people: an extrovert, an introvert, and an ambivert. Who is an extrovert? An extrovert has got an outgoing personality. He meets all people. He talks a lot. So people think that extroverts are best suited for a sales job. And who are introverts? Introverts, they don't mingle with much people. They keep to themselves. They don't talk much. So people think introverts are not suitable for a sales job. But actually, studies and research, it says that ambiverts, that is a combination of extroverts and introverts, are best suited for a sales job. Most important thing for a sales job is not talking, it is listening. So we always say, shut up and listen. And most of the people, they listen to reply, when actually what is required is you listen completely to respond. So that is a golden rule for the industry, not only for the industry, everywhere. When somebody talks, we should be able to give a patient listening. What are the listening skills that we will do in another episode? Okay, and then the other qualities what we look at are trust, empathy. What is empathy? That is to imagine yourself in the customer's shoes. So only when you imagine yourself in the customer's shoes, then only you will be able to help the customer in his buying journey. Because the trust is what? To build a trust it takes a long time. And once the customer starts trusting you, liking you, he will definitely buy from you. And also for that particular purpose, what is required is you need a deep knowledge and a declarative knowledge against or as opposed to procedure knowledge, because we all go by the process, purely by the process dictated by the OEM or the sales department. This is the process you have to follow. But what is required is, your adaptability is also very important in sales. Let me narrate a story how the adaptability works. This story is supposed to have really taken place in Mumbai. A sales person designated as an area manager, after doing a lot of research, everything, he visits an office and without appointment, he gives his visiting card to the reception. So the lady looks at the reception card, it is written area manager. So she thought, such a senior person, we should not be keeping him waiting. She called her boss on intercom and said, sir, there is an area manager of a company waiting to see you. So the MD of the company asked, did you say area manager? She said, yes, sir. So he said, okay, no, it will not be nice to keep a senior person waiting. So he said, send him in. So our hero, he knocks on the door and then he puts his head inside and says, he was fumbling and then, not in a very confident manner, sir, if you are busy, I'll come some other time. So the MD looked at him and said, no, come in. So he came. So what he saw a not a neatly dressed or dressed for the occasion, little shabbily dressed tie, loose hanging out, one sleeve folded, and even the shirt not tucked in properly, holding a bag, standing there. So he just measured this guy and he asked him to sit. He was doubtful about the designation when he saw the person. He was not able to relate it. So he said, he read out his name and the designation. Said, you are an area manager? He said, yes, sir. Which is your area? He said, Andheri to Sakinaka. People who know Mumbai, they will know that from Andheri to Sakinaka it is hardly 3-4 kilometers. So that is the area which he was covering on a regular, you can say door-to-door or B2B sales. So this person who was actually a mentor, the MD who was a mentor for many people, he thought of giving a lecture to this person how you should build confidence and how a proper sales professional should be. So he asked him, don't you have any don't you have any sales procedure or something to build confidence or how to handle a customer? Have you not attended any of these classes? He did not reply. Then he said, okay, let me give you a lecture. So for the next 20 minutes, the MD gave him a lecture class, how to be a professional salesman, how to do research, a lot of things about sales. So he listened patiently for everything. Then the MD also asked him, okay, now to build your confidence, let me buy something what you are selling. Show me the list of items which you are selling. So he took out a folder and showed him the brochure and explained the details, everything. So he selected some item, he quoted the price and he produced his purchase order and then MD signed it. Then while going, the MD again told him, see, you should be very adaptive to different situations. That is how you make a sale. So the salesperson He turned around, stood erect, adjusted his tie, and he said, "I know, sir. I know the different methodologies how to target different types of people. So I did a research on you, and I know you as a mentor for different people. So this methodology or this strategy which I adapted or I adopted was one of them. Thank you, sir." And the MD just smiled and he went away. So that is the story of a salesman which I have learned when I was working in Mumbai. So if you want to learn more of these kind of stories, tune in to Air Pro Academy. Thank you.